Part 35. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 341. Qin Feng looked at the figure swooping in from the void, and then at Zhu Xiaoman, who fell down. His pupils contracted slightly. The woman's movement skills were good, but she was no match for this ferocious bird. The ferocious bird's movement skills were as fast as lightning, and she had extremely fast speed. She was about to catch up with Qin Feng's crane. Just when Qin Feng was considering whether to save this woman, Zhu Xiaoman raised his energy and used the dragon movement again to avoid the fatal blow on his chest. At the same time, Zhu Xiaoman rose up in the air and shot towards Qin Feng's position. However, just as she was 100 meters away from Qin Feng, she vomited blood and fainted, falling into the void. Brush. Behind Qin Feng, Wang Shui couldn't stand it any longer. A flash of light flashed in her hand, and her sleeves instantly expanded, wrapping around Zhu Xiaoman's figure and pulling her to the crane. At this time, Wang Shui was brought into herself. She had experienced such a scene in that small world. At that time, she was chased by a big demon. If Qin Feng hadn't helped her out, she would have died there. At this time, she felt compassion and caught Zhu Xiaoman's falling body. Otherwise, with Zhu Xiaoman's injuries when he fell to the ground, he would probably fall apart and fall on the spot. Am I going to die? Zhu Xiaoman's meaning was blurred. She listened to the howling wind in her ears and could no longer get angry. She only felt a strong wind blowing towards her, and when she closed her eyes and waited for death, she smelled a faint fragrance. The smell of this vicious bird is pretty good. Zhu Xiaoman's cheeks turned red, and she turned her head instantly, and then saw a young man with extraordinary temperament in mid-air. The young man was dressed in white, standing on the back of a dragon and horse, exuding powerful energy, like a god coming to the world, otherworldly. This scene immediately made her heart tremble. She could feel that the young monk standing on the dragon horse had an extraordinary temperament, a fiery body, and possessed the power of a volcano. The demon bird let out a roar and swooped directly towards Qin Feng. It felt that the dragon and horse Qin Feng sat on had terrifying energy. Boy, hand over that girl who disturbed me, and I will spare your life. A strong sense of oppression spread out from the magic piano peacock, and he was suspended in the void, sending out divine thoughts. It could feel a powerful threat from Qin Feng's body, but the woman asked it to hurt her, and not killing him was not enough to extinguish the fire in his heart. Little bird, get away quickly, or you will be killed without mercy. Qin Feng's white clothes were fluttering. He stood on Longma's back, his golden eyes staring at Sara in front of him, without giving him any face. Peacock, there are even rumors that a Buddha mother was born. The peacock, a magical bird in front of me, is naturally a million miles away. However, in this secret realm of Suzaku, it is enough to be domineering. However, Qin Feng came here for the Suzaku divine mark, so naturally he couldn't leave just like that. Zhu Xiaoman looked at Qin Feng's slender figure, and her heart was trembling. The saviors she saw after the disaster made her senses extremely good. She turned her head slightly and saw Wang Shui's flawless face, staring at her unblinkingly at this moment. Sister, don't worry, you're fine. Wang Shui's beautiful eyes flashed and she quickly comforted her. She didn't know if the other party would be angry if she suddenly took action and caused such a big trouble for her master. Zhu Xiaoman nodded when she heard this. She took a deep breath and felt that the energy and blood in her body had calmed down a lot. Then, she turned her head and looked at Qin Feng's figure. The mount that Qin Feng sat on looked very extraordinary at first glance. It had extreme speed and should be able to escape from the hands of this magical bird. That demonic bird, the peacock, has a cultivation level as high as moving mountains to the 9th level. Even if the quasi-holy sun encounters it, he will probably have no choice but to run away. What? The realm of conation. Suddenly, Zhu Xiaoman discovered that the young man who saved him had only the 7th level of intention movement. With such strength, facing the peacock, he was simply hitting the stone with an egg. Quickly, let that junior brother escape, he can handle the demonic bird. Zhu Xiaoman was shocked. She had just felt Qin Feng's volcano-like power and thought Qin Feng was a powerful monk. However, she saw that Qin Feng's cultivation level was so low, which immediately made her panic. If she didn't run away quickly at this time, it would make her feel uneasy if the young man who saved her died here. Don't worry, little sister, the master is very powerful. Zhou Qingliao on the side stretched out his arm, raised his not-so-large arm muscles and said. She has full confidence in her master Qin Feng. Even Zhu Di, who moved the mountain to the 9th level, was killed by her master. A mere Qin Feng was not easy to capture. Boy, if you don't take the road to heaven, you will find your own way to hell and seek death. The demon bird peacock roared, and the hair in its eyes was shining. Then, its wings surged and swooped towards Qin Feng, spreading out powerful energy. The magic bird peacock flaps its wings, and if the sky sword splits the void in an instant, the terrifying light and shadow interweave on the mountain top, causing the void to burst, turning into a light slash of more than 10 meters long and slashing towards Qin Feng. The power is very terrifying. Little tricks. Qin Feng stood on the back of the dragon horse, the corners of his mouth curved, and he swung the immortal sword in his hand and slashed out. Clang! The absolute immortal sword collided with the light in the void, spreading out mist, and the void was shattered, shaking like a scroll, making people extremely frightened. A smile appeared on Qin Feng's face, and the strength of the 7th heaven was already comparable to that of a demon bird that could move mountains without using alcohol. Although this peacock was extremely ferocious, Qin Feng still didn't take it seriously. Qin Feng even thought that his dragon horse would swallow it directly. Dang! The demon peacock was stopped by Qin Feng, but it was not afraid. Its wings flowed with strong winds again, and then 2 beams of light chopped together, reaching dozens of feet to the sky and the earth, flowing with lightning, and struck down. Qin Feng stood on the back of the dragon horse. He didn't move at all. The God King's light shield protected him and the dragon horse, and he didn't dodge or avoid. This scene, in Zhu Xiaoman's eyes, immediately made her terrified, and she wanted to move the strength of the 7th heaven, grab a lot of holy land, and now facing such a fierce bird, she didn't disperse or avoid it. Is it scared silly? Junior brother, get out of the way. Zhu Xiaoman struggled to get up from Wang Shue's body, and she shouted loudly. In her opinion, Qin Feng and others came out to save her. If they died under the attack of the fierce bird, she would be unable to sleep or eat. Qin Feng naturally heard the worried reminder from the woman behind him. He smiled calmly, not caring at all. He was not afraid of the attack from the demon bird. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 342. Qin Feng was not afraid, but Wang Shui and Zhou Qing'er were not even panicked. The man in front of them was powerful beyond imagination. Clang! An earth-shattering sound came, and the magic bird peacock's lightning slash struck Qin Feng's light shield, spreading ripples, and then a violent wind surged out. It's over. Zhu Xiaoman closed his eyes and couldn't bear to look at the fierce and tragic scene in front of him. How could he stop this all-out attack from Shanjiu and the junior brother who was moving to the 7th heaven in front of him? He would definitely turn into blood mist under this impact. However, in her imagination, the 2 beauties who rescued her did not hear any sounds of panic. She couldn't help but opened her eyes strangely, and then saw an incredible scene. The light in front of him dodged away, but Qin Feng still slashed at the dragon and horse, unmoved and without any damage. Roar! The dragon and horse roared, and the power of the dragon spread in the void, stirring up earth-shaking violent winds. There was a great force raging here, and the energy and blood rushed into the sky, which was incredibly strong. Little bird, you are pretty good and I like it very much. Now I will give you two choices, either surrender or die. Qin Feng stood on the back of the dragon horse. He looked at the fierce bird peacock in front of him, and his heart moved. Even if he didn't use such a powerful fierce bird, it would be good to leave it to his entourage. Human boy, you are dreaming. The magic bird peacock roared, and under the thunderous light all over its body, feathers flew up from its body in an instant, and lightning flowed out one after another, like a meteor shower all over the sky, piercing the void and heading towards Qin Feng. Act recklessly. Qin Feng's eyes turned cold. He looked at the huge peacock in the void. The wave of divine power spread out and rose up from the back of the dragon horse to the front. Bang! Qin Feng punched the God King seal with one punch. With the blessing of the Nine Forbiddens, this punch was like an ancient sacred mountain blocking the front. The power that burst out from the Nine Forbidden domain shook the heaven and earth, completely blocking the feathers of the demonic bird. Then, the God King seal moved forward again, hitting the demon bird peacock with a bang, suppressing it directly to the ground, causing rocks to pierce through the clouds. Zhu Xiaoman, who was sitting on the crane, widened her eyes. She never expected that Qin Feng's strength to move the seventh heaven would actually suppress the peacock that moved the mountain to the ninth heaven. Such fighting power made her think of that person. Recently, there was a young prodigy in the Suzaku Holy Land. He advanced brilliantly in the power conference, crushed countless true heroes, and became a quasi-holy son in one fell swoop. I'm afraid the opponent's power is nothing more than this. Zhu Xiaoman looked at the young man in front of her and the two beauties beside her, and suddenly thought that the person in front of her was most likely the rumored Qin Feng, which shocked her heart. Brush. Qin Feng's voice and a stream of light disappeared in front of everyone's eyes. He stepped on the immortal walk as fast as the beam, and Zhu Xiaoman didn't even notice how Qin Feng left. Immediately afterwards, Qin Feng discovered the Suzaku divine pattern from a nest on the top of the mountain. He grabbed the divine pattern and returned to the dragon's horse in an instant. This scene was dazzling and extremely fast, making people feel incredible. It almost seemed that Qin Feng had not moved at all. When Qin Feng returned to the dragon horse, he did not see how Zhu Xiaoman was doing, but landed directly below to see the magic bird peacock. This made Wang Shui, who was sitting on the crane, reach out and rub his forehead speechlessly. The girl in front of her was obviously seriously injured. If she were an ordinary person, she would definitely check on this girl's injury and treat her immediately. But my master has different thoughts from ordinary people. It is really helpless to leave such a delicate and beautiful woman alone and go to see some magic bird and peacock. The demon bird peacock, suppressed by the God King's seal, could not escape at all. It was shocked in its heart and felt the God King mountain suppressing it, which made it extremely uncomfortable. This divine king seal is like an ancient sacred mountain suppressing it. Even with all its divine power, it cannot be lifted away. Moreover, there is a heavy oppressive force on it. I am afraid that when the divine power is exhausted, it will completely fall. Qin Feng came to the peacock. He looked down at the peacock with a calm expression on his face. Ryoma stuck out his huge head, with cold light streaming out of his vertical pupils, and stared at the demonic bird. The strength of the other party, Kishin Zhongtian, was enough to run rampant in the Suzaku secret realm. Unfortunately, when he met Qin Feng, he could only suffer from hatred. Little bird, you are quite capable. How are you thinking about it? Qin Feng's cold words came out. He didn't mind letting Long Ma eat the other party. You human boy, you can kill or chop him into pieces as you please. The peacock raised its head proudly and refused to admit defeat. It is a very proud species of yours, and it is very difficult to make it bow its head. Little bird, are you a fool? You can't tell the difference between life and death. Qin Feng was speechless for a while. Anyone who was not stupid in such a situation would know what to choose. He breathed out the sharp energy in his palms. As long as he received a no answer, he would not hesitate to cut off the head of the peacock and feed it to the dragon and horse. Ryoma understood, licked his huge lips, and laughed. "Master, I am willing to surrender." The demon bird peacock was stunned. At this time, it felt Qin Feng's invincible aura and immediately surrendered. "Very good, then I'll let you out now. You'd better be honest, otherwise I won't mind and will kill you." Qin Feng nodded, and with a wave of his hand, the God King seal that suppressed the peacock dissipated here in an instant. The next moment, Qin Feng soared into the sky, bringing the peacock to the crane in the air. At this moment, the weak Zhu Xiaoman was shocked to see Qin Feng subdue the powerful peacock. Such a powerful peacock was directly accepted as a younger brother, which really convinced her. Well, the blood and qi are weak, the bones and organs are damaged, and the true qi is only 30%, so he won't die. Qin Feng touched his nose strangely, and then turned his eyes to the side. This scene immediately made Wang Shui and Zhu Xiaoman feel confused. Zhu Xiaoman asked herself, her appearance is also ranked among the top in the Holy Land, is she really so ugly that the other party doesn't even want to look at her? At this moment, Zhu Xiaoman's heart was a little gloomy. At this moment, she could be sure that the young man in front of her was the quasi-saint Qin Feng. Originally, she was still thinking about how to repay the other party for saving her life. However, seeing Qin Feng turning his face away, he was afraid that even if he offered himself to her, she would not even look at him. But it was no wonder, the junior sister who saved him was also extremely beautiful. Maybe Qin Feng had been fed up with so many beauties throwing themselves at him. Wang Shui looked at Qin Feng's embarrassed look, she lowered her head and looked at him, and understood all the reasons. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 343. Qin Feng rescued Zhu Xiaoman. Such kindness was enough to make Zhu Xiaoman feel excited and want to commit himself to him. She thought that Qin Feng was so extraordinary that he would not be interested in any treasures. Only her pure and beautiful body could repay him. Especially, she was very moved when she saw how extraordinary Qin Feng was. In the Suzaku Holy Land, her appearance is the top choice, and she has many suitors even among the true disciples. But at this time, she was so looked down upon by Qin Feng, which made her feel like she had been hit hard. Hoo-hoo. The crane flapped its wings gently, and the wind blew by, making Zhu Xiaoman feel a little chilly all over. She lowered her head subconsciously, and then she was stunned. In an instant, her face was covered with red clouds. At this time, her fair skin was flushed, and there were some bruises in some places. More importantly, her clothes were in tatters, and her perfect figure was completely exposed to the air. Just now, in the battle with the demonic bird peacock, the precious armor on her body was torn directly by the peacock, which led to the happy ending. No wonder the other party looked away. He turned out to be a gentleman. In an instant, Zhu Xiaoman felt relieved. The incident just now was all her own random thoughts, which made her feel very embarrassed. It turned out that everything was because she had wronged the other person. Qin Feng turned his back to Zhu Xiaoman. He took out a few healing pills from his own space and handed them over. Wang Shui took the elixir and fed it to Zhu Xiaoman. Soon a light flashed and her injury was stabilized. However, if you want to restore your cultivation and be able to walk independently in the Suzaku secret realm, it will probably take some time. After doing all this, Zhu Xiaoman generously took out the clothes from her own space to cover her body. Then, she saluted Qin Feng from the void and thanked him. Thank you to senior brother Qin and the two junior sisters for saving your life. Zhu Xiaoman no longer calls him junior brother Qin Feng. He who achieves excellence comes first. Although Qin Feng's realm is not as deep as hers, his combat power is incomparable to hers. She is sincerely convinced when she calls him senior brother. In this regard, Qin Feng nodded with satisfaction. Among the dozen or so true disciples who followed him, there was not a single female disciple. They were all big men with some imbalance of yin and yang. All of them were calling one senior, which made Qin Feng very uncomfortable. If they were replaced by a group of young girls, it would be exciting just thinking about it. At this time, there is a young junior sister, who seems to be very good. I'm afraid it will take some time if you want to practice alone, so just follow us first. Qin Feng suggested that if the girl was allowed to leave by herself, she might not survive tonight. Thank you very much, senior brother Qin. I am Zhu Xiaoman. Zhu Xiaoman quickly thanked her. If she were allowed to walk in the Suzaku secret realm at this moment, she might end up dying here. Many of the monks who came with her died. It was impossible for her to survive a month of training alone in the secret realm. Qin Feng nodded and said, "Hello, junior sister, I am Qin Feng." "I know." Zhu Xiaoman replied. Her eyes were shining brightly when she looked at Qin Feng, and her heart was a little turbulent. "You know me?" Qin Feng was a little strange when he heard this. He was sure that it was the first time he saw this Zhu Xiaoman, but he didn't expect that the other party actually knew the three of him. Senior brother Qin became famous in the Power Conference, and it has already spread in the Suzaku Holy Land. If I guess correctly, this sister is named Wang Shui, and the other is named Zhou Qing'er. Zhu Xiaoman smiled repeatedly. She pointed to Wang Shui and Zhou Qing'er and replied with a very humble attitude. Qin Feng couldn't help but smile at this. Yes, with his great strength, he stole the show. It didn't seem unusual for his true brother to know about him. "Let's go." Qin Feng waved his hand to greet the peacock behind him, then mounted a dragon horse and took the three women with him, preparing to leave here and look for other Suzaku divine patterns. This location is still a bit far away from the third location of the Vermilion Bird Divine Mark. I don't know if Zhu Yishan and the others have found the Vermilion Bird Divine Mark. Looking at the direction where Qin Feng was heading, Zhu Xiaoman, who was sitting on the crane, suddenly said, "Senior brother Qin, does he want to go to that mountain to find the Vermilion Bird Divine Mark?" "That's right." Qin Feng nodded. Could it be that this girl also knows where the Suzaku divine pattern is? Senior brother Qin is so tyrannical and extremely powerful in combat. He might be able to defeat the guardian of the Suzaku talisman. The guardian of the Vermilion Bird divine pattern, come and listen. When Qin Feng heard this, his eyes flashed with light. In this secret realm, what he needed was the Vermilion Bird divine mark. This Zhu Xiaoman actually knew that there was a Suzaku divine pattern on that mountain, but the other party didn't look for it. It seemed that it could only be a protected treasure. It was very powerful and they were no match for it. Not long ago, we discovered the powerful aura of the Vermilion Bird divine pattern in that crater. Unfortunately, the crater was guarded by two huge volcano sparrows. We were no match. After losing some disciples, we escaped. Got here. Zhu Xiaoman spoke eloquently and explained what happened. At that time, they alarmed the volcano sparrow, slaughtered several disciples, and injured many others. When they escaped here, they alarmed two ferocious beasts, peacocks, causing more than a dozen monks to die here. After she killed the peacock, the others ran away, and in the end she was the only one left to stop the peacock, a vicious bird that appeared later. So that's it? Qin Feng nodded. This Zhu Xiaoman was kind-hearted, but unfortunately, in such a place, kindness would only harm oneself. We are here. Let's go and take a look. After Qin Feng finished speaking, they finally arrived at the huge crater. The fire essence was pervasive here, and countless spiritual medicines with fire attributes grew there. Qin Feng even saw some medicines for the blood-moving pills, and the years were very extraordinary. In this regard, Zhou Qing'er did not refuse them all and harvested them all, preparing to leave them for her master to use in refining pills in the future. Qin Feng looked at his money-loving little apprentice and couldn't help but smile. Although there were many spiritual medicines, they were undoubtedly a drop in the bucket for his future promotion to the mountain-moving realm. However, he naturally couldn't discourage this girl's enthusiasm. He floated above the mountain, sensing the mysterious aura flowing out of it. Suddenly, Qin Feng found that there were more than a dozen divine rainbows in the void in the distance, spreading out sonic booms, causing the air to vibrate slightly, and flying rapidly towards this place. Qin Feng looked into the void with his fiery eyes, and in an instant he spotted the dozen figures. Those people all had the 6th level of moving mountains, and they were none other than Zhu Yixin, Xiaolun and the others. This scene made Qin Feng frown slightly. The speed of the dozen people was very flustered, and it seemed that they had encountered some crisis. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbspeed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 344. In an instant, Qin Feng called to Wang Shui and the others, rose into the air, and took the initiative to fly towards Zhu Yixin and the others. The dragon horse turned into a terrifying light and came to Zhu Yixin and the others in an instant. Qin Feng looked at them with a trace of anger on his face. Originally, a dozen of Zhu Yixin and others followed Qin Feng into the secret realm, and not long ago they separated to look for the Suzaku divine mark. But at this time, there was only so much time for the meeting, and all that was left was to signal people. They were either separated or in danger. Roar. The dragon and horse let out an earth-shattering roar, the rolling sound waves spread, the wind surged here, and the divine power bloomed. Zhu Yixin and the others discovered Qin Feng's movements and moved closer to Qin Feng. What's going on? Qin Feng frowned. Zhu Yixin and the others were weak in energy and blood, and they were obviously attacked. Senior brother Qin encountered a powerful monk sneak attack after we obtained a vermilion bird divine mark. In the end, we were defeated and lost several junior brothers before escaping. Xiaolun and Zhu Yixin had solemn looks on their faces. They were attacked by a sneak attack and their formation was instantly disrupted. They could not organize an effective counterattack, so they could only run over and ask Qin Feng for help. Where to go? As Zhu Yixin's voice fell, a strong man chased him in the void, and 4 powerful mountain-moving 8th-level monks surrounded him. Their momentum was fierce, murderous intent was rolling, and they sent out an invisible storm of true energy. Hey, junior sister Xiaoman, why are you here? The first person casually glanced at Qin Feng's face and fixed his gaze on Zhu Xiaoman. Then, his eyes swept over the pretty cheeks of Wang Shui and Zhou Qing'er, which made him moved. Zhu Feng. Zhu Xiaoman frowned. This person was the 4th brother of the true disciple of Suzaku Holy Land, Zhu Feng of Wind, Rain, Thunder, and Lightning. As a leader among the true disciples of the Suzaku Holy Land, Zhu Xiaoman is also a stunningly beautiful beauty with many followers. Among them, the 4 brothers Feng Yu Lei Dian were the suitors. The 4 of them once made a private bet with 10,000 blood-moving magic pills. Whoever could capture Zhu Xiaoman's heart would get 10,000 blood-moving magic pills. This incident finally reached Zhu Xiaoman's ears, so she was very disgusted when she saw the 4 brothers and directly rejected their pursuit. The 4 people refused to give up and pestered Zhu Xiaoman, which made Zhu Xiaoman's impression of the 4 people even worse. Therefore, Zhu Xiaoman rejected the 4 brothers many times in front of everyone, causing all 4 of them to lose face. Junior sister Xiaoman, we haven't seen you for a few days, and you hooked up with a pretty boy. Zhu Feng sneered, his eyes stared at Zhu Xiaoman sitting on the dragon horse, and he said maliciously. At the same time, his eyes also swept over Wang Shui and Zhou Qing'er. Wang Shui and Zhou Qing'er were both beautiful and fragrant, just as beautiful as Zhu Xiaoman, and they instantly made their hearts flutter. There are two beauties. You have no future with this pretty boy. Why don't you serve our brothers well and ensure that you enjoy endless glory and wealth? Zhu Yu also said. He also stuck out his tongue and licked his lips. The greed in his eyes was clearly evident. Facing Qin Feng and others around them, they were so arrogant that they didn't take them seriously at all. As the best among the true disciples of the Suzaku Holy Land, the four of them are very powerful. The four of them did not participate in this power conference because they were out training. When they rushed back to the Suzaku Holy Land, the power conference was just over and they did not see Qin Feng. You're thinking shit. Qin Feng was very dissatisfied. There was a terrible murderous intention in his eyes. The greedy eyes of these four fat pigs looking at the maid made him very unhappy. Who are you? You have no place to speak here. Zhu Lei glanced at Qin Feng coldly. The strength of the seventh heaven was not enough for him to take seriously. Who is not wearing pants and exposing your thing? Qin Feng sneered disdainfully. He looked at Zhu Lei and released his powerful qi. These people dared to have an idea of Wang Shui and Zhou Qing'er, that is, they were seeking death. You seem to be crazy. Zhu Dian opened his mouth hotly, and when he looked at Qin Feng in front of him, murderous intent burst out. The other party was comparing them to an object, which they couldn't bear. You bitch, you can see clearly, the person in front of you is senior brother Qin Feng Qin, the quasi-saint's son. That's right, you don't even know senior brother Qin Feng and Qin. You are really blind. Behind Qin Feng, Fang Ling and Fang Han shouted loudly. With Qin Feng's presence, they seemed to have taken a reassurance. Even the powerful four brothers of Feng Yulei and Lightning did not care about them anymore. With Qin Feng as their backer, they no longer panic. The quasi-sage Qin Feng is very powerful, and his reputation has already spread in the Suzaku Holy Land. Even if there was wind, rain, thunder, and lightning, these four people would not dare to make a mistake after hearing Qin Feng's reputation and could only bow their heads. However, things seemed to backfire. When the four brothers of Feng Yulei and Lightning heard that the person in front of them was Qin Feng, their eyes immediately turned cold, revealing cold murderous intent. It turns out you are Qin Feng, and we just want to find you. I heard that you showed off your talents at the power conference. Many people wanted to challenge you, but they never had this opportunity. I never thought that we four brothers would meet you today. Senior brother, don't talk nonsense with him. After killing him, take away the three beauties here and find a place to have a good time. Yes, they must have found many Suzaku divine patterns here, which will be an advantage for us. The four people talked a lot, all of them regarded Qin Feng as a fish on the chopping board, with greedy eyes in their eyes. Tell me about you, these four trash can chase you so badly, and several junior brothers died. What can I say about you? Qin Feng stood on the back of the dragon horse, with his hands behind his back, looking like he was disappointed with his son. Zhu Yishan and his friends are all geniuses. If they were integrated together to fight the enemy, they would not suffer heavy losses. Everything was because they were ambushed, but they were all panicked. In the end, several junior brothers died, which really made him not know how to criticize these guys. Could it be that these people stayed in the holy mountain of the Suzaku Holy Land for too long, causing their cultivation to advance too quickly, and forgetting the world of the four weak and the strong? These people don't look like flowers in a greenhouse. Is it because these four people are really too powerful? Zhu Yishan and others are very doubtful. Not everyone in this world is as evil as Qin Feng. Look at how I deal with them, you should learn from me. Qin Feng snorted coldly, then he flew up from the dragon horse's back and came to the four brothers of wind, rain, thunder, and lightning. Qin Feng's body was full of true energy, and his messy hair was blown by the breeze, as if a god had descended, spreading a powerful aura. You four pieces of trash, come together. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 345. When Qin Feng finished speaking, everyone around him was stunned. The four brothers of wind, fire, thunder, and lightning, one of them alone can crush many monks, and the strength of the four of them together is even more terrifying. Qin Feng was so arrogant that he asked the four of them to take action together. He didn't know whether he was confident or ignorant. Interesting, kid, since you want to die, then we will make it happen for you. The four brothers of wind, rain, thunder, and lightning were all sneering. Their cultivation level was as high as the 8th level, and their divine power was unfathomable. And with the four of them joining forces, even the Holy Son of the Holy Land could not say that they could defeat them. Come on, brothers! Zhu Feng shouted coldly, and without any hesitation, the four of them immediately launched an offensive with extremely fierce moves. Four long knives appeared in the void, and the Suzaku divine fire flowed out, slashing open the void, trying to kill Qin Feng in the air. Qin Feng was happy and fearless. He stepped on the immortal walk and stood in the 9 forbidden realm in an instant. At the same time, he tried to trigger the divine forbidden city. It was at this moment that Qin Feng actually successfully triggered the divine ban. At this moment, Qin Feng's face burst into a confident smile. He allowed the four people's attacks to hit him without even trying to hide. The four brothers, wind, rain, thunder, and lightning, saw Qin Feng standing on the spot, as if he was stupid, and they all sneered viciously. Qin Feng really overestimated his capabilities by asking the four of them to take action together. Clang clang clang. A shocking loud noise was heard. With Qin Feng being blessed by the forbidden realm of the gods, if he could not destroy the God King, four celestial swords struck Qin Feng's body with a shocking light. However, Qin Feng remained unmoved. The power of the rebound from his God King's body caused all four of them to fly backwards and crash into the mountains, making them extremely embarrassed. This scene was really too weird. In the eyes of Zhu Yishan, Fang Han and others, Qin Feng didn't do anything at all. He just relied on his own divine power to knock away the four people who were moving the 8th level of the mountain. Qianming, Xiaolun, and others are also serious, but the most shocked person is Zhu Xiaoman. She was well aware of the reputation of the four brothers, wind, rain, thunder, and lightning. Among the true disciples of the Suzaku Holy Land, the four of them had few rivals. Qin Feng directly resisted the four people's all-out attack. Not only was he unscathed, but the energy he created blasted the four of them away. This is simply unimaginable. Brush, brush. The four brothers rose from the sky from the mountains, with light flashing around them, and once again surrounded Qin Feng. There was a look of uncertainty in their eyes, and they circled around Qin Feng, wanting to see what was strange about him. Place. Just now, their brothers joined forces and were knocked out. This made them wonder. Could it be that Qin Feng had an extremely terrifying defensive magic weapon on his body? A magic weapon that can turn the attack power of four people into nothingness and form their formation must be very extraordinary and rare in the world. Boy, what on earth are you doing? A cold light bloomed in Zhu Lei's eyes. The four of them formed a combined attack technique. The murderous aura was lingering, like a sacred mountain suppressing people's hearts. As you can see, I didn't even move. Qin Feng held his hands behind his back and was suspended in the void. He did not panic at all, but smiled lightly. Boy, no matter how powerful your magic weapon is, you can't be the opponent of our four brothers. Zhu Dian also shouted, and with a cold snort, dozens of flaming flying knives appeared behind him, blooming with terrifying light. At this time, their lives were inextricably linked to the quasi-immortal weapon. At the same time, dozens of flying knives appeared on the bodies of the other three brothers. Together, there were hundreds of flying knives, flowing with the Suzaku divine fire, blooming with terrifying murderous intent. It's the immortal killing flying knife. Zhu Xiaoman was shocked. This immortal killing flying knife was the strongest weapon of the four Zhu Feng brothers. When the four brothers joined forces to attack the ground, few people could stop it. Hearing this, Qin Feng looked at the immortal killing flying knives of the four brothers with great interest. These so-called immortal killing flying knives were arranged in the shape of red birds, which looked very scary. This name reminded Qin Feng of the immortal killing gourd given to his young apprentice. The names were actually similar. Immortal killing flying knife, I just don't know if it is really called immortal killing. Qin Feng still looked calm. Under the divine forbidden realm, the superposition of thousands of times of power made him protected by the divine king's light shield. He was powerful and invincible. He was already in an invincible position. Die. Following that, the four of them fired lightly, and hundreds of immortal killing flying knives in the void spread out heavy tail flames, blooming with terrifying murderous intent, and penetrated towards Qin Feng cave. The void was trembling, murderous intent was filling the air, and the terrifying sword light illuminated the world and penetrated the void. Brother, be careful. At this time, Zhu Xiaoman was very shocked. Even if the Holy Son of the Holy Land encountered this immortal killing flying knife, it would be uncomfortable. Qin Feng actually stood there and did not move away, fearing that he would be penetrated in an instant. I'll be fine. Qin Feng heard Zhu Xiaoman's message. He turned around and smiled at Zhu Xiaoman, seemingly unconcerned. This scene made Zhu Xiaoman and the others not sure what to say. At this time, Qin Feng turned around and smiled and looked cool. It was really annoying and funny. Dang, dang, dang. The moment Qin Feng turned around, the flying knives of the immortal slayer came and struck him, causing energy waves like landslides and tsunamis to surge out. It's over. Zhu Xiaoman closed her eyes in fear. This was the first time that she had fallen in love with a young man. She never thought that she would die in front of her eyes. Buzz. After the sound, the four people were surprised to find that the immortal killing flying knives did not break Qin Feng's defense at all. Those flying knives all hit Qin Feng's body and lost contact with them instantly. I saw that on Qin Feng's body, there was a big golden bell, flowing with golden light, which was extremely dazzling. What a terrifying defense. Damn, is this kid a monster? Maid, this comparison is so dazzling. The four of them were all stunned, with incredible looks in their eyes. Qin Feng stood there motionless, just carrying their immortal killing flying knives, and he was actually unscathed. The defensive power of this damn thing is too amazing. I'm afraid even a monk in the divine light realm wouldn't be able to blast it away, right? Brother, something is not good, let's run away. Zhu Lei felt something was wrong, so he immediately sent a message. If he didn't run at this time, it would be too late. I also think this kid is too evil, so let's run away. Zhu Dian also exclaimed that Qin Feng's defense methods were so amazing that they couldn't cut him open and the opponent was already in an invincible position. At this point, if you don't escape quickly, you may be too late. The only best option is to apply oil on your solace. Walk. The four of them immediately chose to escape without hesitation. Their footsteps sounded mysterious, and they turned around and ran away. Kill my junior brother, can you run away? You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 346. Qin Feng's eyes turned cold. He stepped on the immortal walk and instantly punched 4 Kunpang fists in the void. With the blessing of the divine forbidden realm, Kunpang fist was blessed with thousands of times of energy, breaking through the void. In mid-air, the wind and clouds were turbulent, and the terror was boundless. Kunpang fist is an immortal level martial skill. After Qin Feng advanced, it has reached an intermediate level of immortal level martial arts, and its power has soared again. I saw that the light of the moon and the sun were intertwined and blooming, and Qin Feng exerted earth-shattering power. The four fist pillars shook the sky and the earth, changed the color of the wind and clouds, and erupted with terrifying light. Under the blessing of the divine forbidden realm, thousands of times the damage exploded, shattering the void and calming everyone present. The terrifying air pillar directly shattered the physical bodies of the four brothers, Feng Yulei and Lightning. All their defensive methods could not stop Qin Feng's mighty fist wind, and they instantly fell into pieces and turned into blood mist. Zhu Yixin, Fang Han and others were all stunned. They took a deep breath, with shock written on their faces. The power of Qin Feng's fist shook the heaven and the earth, and the power it unleashed was more terrifying and powerful than before, making him like a god descending into the world, invincible. Especially Zhu Xiaoman was stunned. Qin Feng's performance was beyond ordinary people's expectations. He was so young and powerful, and he was as powerful as jade, which made her heart tremble. After solving the four brothers in the Suzaku Holy Land, a diamond scratch-off card appeared in the distance. Qin Feng stepped forward and picked up the card. Ding! Congratulations to the host who successfully used the diamond scratch-off card and received 3,000 blood-moving magic pills. The blood-moving pill can be used by monks in the mountain-moving realm. Although there are only 3,000 pills, they are far more valuable than the tens of thousands of divine pills that were released after killing Zhu did. Qin Feng threw the blood-moving pill into his own space, and everyone rose into the air and arrived at the crater. Near this volcano crater, the fire essence is so strong that it can't be dissolved. The energy light is diffused everywhere, and the divine glow is brilliant. There is indeed the aura of the vermilion bird divine mark here. After Qin Feng's perception, there are probably more than one. Interesting. Qin Feng smiled slightly, and there was a golden light in his eyes. There were more than 2 volcano birds in this crater. Zhu Xiaoman and the others escaped immediately, which was definitely a very correct choice. Qin Feng could feel that the terrifying power was flowing out of the depths of the volcanic magma. Entering with his Suzaku god-shaped body protection, it could be said that he was like a fish in water. However, it might not be so easy for Wang Shui and the others, and Zhu Xiaoman was also seriously injured. It would be very inappropriate to enter the crater rashly. I'll go down and take a look alone. Qin Feng decided not to take everyone down, but went into the magma to check it out himself. Wang Shui and Zhou Qing'er were the people he couldn't worry about the most, and being protected by dragons and horses was enough to reassure him. And the existence of the peacock with the ability to move mountains and the 9th level of the sky can also protect the safety of Jianming and others. You guys get out of here first. No matter what danger you encounter, don't come here. Qin Feng was suspended above the crater and he gave an order. There are volcanic birds here, and there are more than one. Their strength is very terrifying. The only people who can help him are peacocks and dragon horses. It is impossible for him to let 2 mythical beasts help. Because in his mind, Wang Shui and Zhou Qing'er are extremely important, and there is no way he would let the strongest divine beast leave him and put the 2 of them in danger. As Qin Feng's body surged with fire, he spread a powerful force over the crater. Swipe! In an instant, 3 wheels glanced over, followed by 3 huge figures, with flames flowing all over the sky, rushing towards Qin Feng, causing a great shock to the place, and the momentum was extremely terrifying. 3 volcano sparrows with fire flowing all over their bodies appeared in Qin Feng's eyes, and the powerful blood aura spread out, making him frown slightly. 2 of these 3 volcano sparrows have the strength to move mountains to the 8th heaven, while the other one is at the peak of moving mountains to the 9th heaven, and their combat power is unfathomable. As the guardians of this place, the strength of these 3 volcano sparrows is too strong. The monks who moved the 8th level of the mountain to come here will definitely not get any benefits. Moreover, these 3 volcano sparrows are all fire attribute creatures. They are like fish in water here, and their combat power is increased, which is more troublesome. Humans are good at forbidden areas, die. The leading volcano sparrow spoke human words and exuded strong killing intent. The 3 volcano sparrows are all 7 or 8 feet tall. They are suspended in mid-air, just like the 3 sacred beasts Suzaku, exuding powerful thoughts. Most people would not be able to resist when faced with these 3 volcano sparrows, but a monster like Qin Feng remained unmoved. When I get what I want, I'll leave. Qin Feng stood in the void with his hands behind his back, his black hair dancing, the fire aura surrounding him, and a terrifying killing light flowing out. One after another, the Suzaku divine fire intertwined around Qin Feng, reflecting him as if the fire god had descended. Get out of here, or I'll beat you to death. The leader of the volcano sparrow has eyes filled with icy coldness, and with a look that can move mountains to the 9th heaven. How can it be afraid of a human who can move the 7th heaven in this flaming mountain? Kill him. Following the order from the leading volcano sparrow, the other 2 volcano sparrows from the 8th level moved toward Qin Feng, with fierce wind flowing from their bodies. At this moment, the feathers of the 2 volcano birds shone brightly, turning into 2 rockets in the void, breaking through the space. Call out. The rocket surged and pierced the void, flowing out a terrifying killing light and hitting Qin Feng's body. Qin Feng was suspended in mid-air, illuminated by the vision of the God King. Under the blessing of the 9 forbiddens, his whole body bloomed with golden light as if he were immortal. Dang, dang. 2 deafening sounds were heard, and then the 2 rockets flew out. Their cold eyes surrounded Qin Feng, forming a terrifying killing storm. The volcano sparrow in the distance had a terrifying light in its eyes. No wonder the other party was so confident and dared to come here to cause trouble. It turned out that he had some tricks. Human, it's not easy for you to practice. Leave quickly and we can spare your life. A terrifying light bloomed in the eyes of Zhekongtian's volcano sparrow. The human in front of him was so extraordinary that he felt suppressed by his bloodline. The opponent's energy and blood were like the sea, and there was extremely terrifying power surrounding his body, making him very solemn. It's not my style to enter a treasure mountain and return empty-handed. Qin Feng was suspended in the void, with a faint smile on his face. There was a Suzaku divine pattern here. He could feel that there was plenty of energy. He was afraid there were more than one. How could he give up such wealth in vain? Human, since you are stubborn, let me send you on your way. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 347. With the command of the 9th heaven volcano bird, the 2 volcano birds surrounding Qin Feng attacked again. This time, 3 identical divine forms appeared in front of them, a total of 6 volcano bird divine forms, swooping down on Qin Feng. Qin Feng was surrounded by the Suzaku vision behind him, and his eyes were very calm. These 2 8th heaven volcano birds were not in his eyes. Even if the divine forms of these 2 volcano birds were very similar to Suzaku, they could not break his defense. In the blink of an eye, the volcano bird's moves collided with Qin Feng's body, and a loud rumble was heard. A whirlwind of fire blew here, which was very dazzling. Then, 2 mournful cries were heard, and the chi energy surrounding Qin Feng's God King body shook the 2 volcano birds away. His strength was beyond the imagination of the volcano birds. The 2 volcano birds were suspended in the air, and blood appeared on their bodies. They were injured by the backlash of Qin Feng's God King body. The volcano sparrow of the 9th level of the mountain moving realm stared at him. It still underestimated the strength of Qin Feng. Such a powerful body was far beyond the ordinary monks of the mountain moving realm. Could this be the divine body that you humans have heard about? The leader of the volcano sparrow had a cold murderous intent in his eyes. The other party had a strong body and a sea of divine power in his body. He was definitely not an ordinary monk. You can think so. Qin Feng looked at the three volcano sparrows with interest. The strength of this leader was even stronger than that of the peacock. What do you think? Will you let me take the treasures here? Qin Feng's whole body was full of murderous intent. There was a terrifying force flowing here, like a sacred mountain, suppressing the heart of the volcano sparrow. Stupid human, there are no treasures in the Forbidden Land, get out of here quickly. The leader of the volcano sparrow of the 9th level of the mountain-moving realm scolded angrily. If this tiny human in front of him was allowed to obtain the treasures in the Forbidden Land, then he would not be able to mix. Boom! As the volcano sparrow finished speaking, it intertwined with terrifying light, and drew a circular slash in the void, trying to cut Qin Feng in half in the air. Faced with this scene, Qin Feng smiled slightly. He was still extremely calm, without the slightest panic. The volcano sparrow had the strength of the 9th level of moving mountains, and the light slash it fired was devastating, and it instantly hit Qin Feng's body. However, Qin Feng was still calm, and the full strength attack of the 9th level of moving mountains could not cause any harm to him. Little bird, I can kill you with one punch, I give you a chance, don't cherish it. At this moment, the leader of the volcano sparrow, together with the other two volcano sparrows, were all very stunned. This human is even more weird and evil than these fierce birds, it is really unfair. Swish. The leader of the volcano sparrow refused to admit defeat, it sent out a shocking sound, the sound waves were mighty, and the sound wave power that spread out was going to kill Qin Feng's soul. At this moment, even though Qin Feng was protected by the God King vision, he still felt uncomfortable. The sound wave power of this volcano bird was very strange. Swish. Qin Feng instantly stepped on the immortal step and came to the front of the volcano bird leader. He punched out. The Kunpeng fist flowed with the light of the moon and the sun, and burst out a terrifying divine fist. With a loud clang, the volcano bird leader was hit by Qin Feng's punch. Under the blessing of the 9 forbidden, the energy of 81 times burst out, and the volcano bird was directly smashed to the cliff. Boom! The volcano bird leader was shocked. It was hit by Qin Feng's punch on the rock wall of the mountain, and cracks spread out. The flesh almost collapsed directly. Such a powerful immortal Kunpeng fist was difficult for the volcano bird of the 9th level of moving mountains to bear. Its chest collapsed and blood flowed out of its mouth. The other two volcano birds were terrified when they saw this scene. In an instant, they turned into human-shaped monsters in the void. Great Immortal, spare me! Great Immortal, spare me! Two human-shaped volcano sparrows knelt down to Qin Feng. As two human-shaped fierce birds, they still had feathers growing on their bodies, but they knelt down to humans, which looked very funny. But at this time, after seeing Qin Feng's punch, the two of them were already terrified and dared not resist again. They could see that Qin Feng would really kill them directly. Maybe this cruel human would roast their bodies and eat them, and then there would be nothing. The leader of the volcano sparrow, embedded in the cliff, with mist flashing around his body, fell directly into the magma. It swam into the sea and sank in the magma. Qin Feng's fiery eyes looked into the depths of the magma. There was an inexplicable opportunity there, blocking Qin Feng's inspection. The fiery eyes were of limited use here. Take me to find the treasure, and I will spare your lives. Qin Feng's eyes were shining. He looked at the two kneeling volcano sparrows and gave an order. Yes, master. The two volcano sparrows nodded repeatedly. Qin Feng did not kill them, which made them grateful. Now they led the way for Qin Feng to find protection in exchange for their lives. They immediately made a choice. Very good, lead the way. As soon as Qin Feng's voice fell, a powerful breath suddenly appeared in the void. Then, two rays of light turned into lightning and directly cut the two volcano sparrows in half. The two volcano sparrows fell into the magma and became corpses before they could even hum. This scene instantly made Qin Feng furious. He had already subdued the 2 volcano sparrows and was waiting for the 2 fierce birds to take him to the forbidden area here. He never thought that he was intercepted and killed by someone, which made him furious. The 2 volcano finches were just dead. He didn't feel sorry for them, but they dared to snatch his prey. This was a move on Tai Sui's head. Where did this shit come from? Qin Feng's eyes were unkind. His powerful gaze glanced at the monk who appeared in mid-air. The monk was 27 or 80 years old. He was dressed in green clothes and looked unruly at first sight. Junior brother, I will accept the Suzaku divine pattern here. You can leave. There was a hint of a ferocious smile on Zhao Mo's face. He felt the breath of the big vermilion bird divine pattern overflowing from the crater, and his heart moved. This place is so full of energy, and it definitely has more than one Suzaku divine mark. It is really developed. If such a good thing happens to him, he will not let it go in vain. Everything must be done on a first-come, first-served basis. I discovered the vermilion bird divine mark here first. Do you want to steal it from me? Qin Feng was suspended in mid-air with a very unkind look. He couldn't bear the fact that this dog suddenly appeared out of nowhere and wanted to cut off his hair. What comes first, first served. I killed the 2 volcano finches guarding the vermilion bird divine pattern here. Zhao Mo snorted coldly and didn't take Qin Feng seriously at all. His strength was not weak and he was ranked 5th among the inner disciples of Suzaku Holy Land. As for Qin Feng, he could only touch the cultivation level of the 7th heaven, but he really didn't take it seriously. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 348. Zhao Mo's aura is soaring into the sky, he is domineering and tyrannical, and the only monk in the realm who cares about him is Qin Feng, the quasi-holy son in the Suzaku Holy Land who has recently become extremely famous. Quasi-saint son Qin Feng, with his cultivation in the realm of telekinesis, crushed many true disciples of the Suzaku Holy Land and became a well-deserved quasi-saint son. Although Qin Feng only has the strength to move the 5th heaven, his combat power is very powerful. Only Qin Feng, the quasi-sage, will make him extremely concerned. As for the human being who moved the 7th heaven in front of him, he didn't take it seriously at all. At this time, not everyone had the extraordinary fighting power of the quasi-holy son. Boy, the crisis in this magma is not something you can handle. Don't make a mistake. Qin Feng was suspended in the void, too lazy to talk nonsense. With his fiery eyes, he sensed that the volcano bird was still hiding in the magma and was very dangerous. The guy in front of me who could move mountains and reach the 8th level of the heaven is so stubborn that he might even die without knowing how. Then I won't bother you. Zhao Mo didn't care. If he had had his temper in the past, he would have killed the person who spoke to him like this. However, recently, a monk who moved to the 5th level of heaven crushed countless existences, making him restrain a lot when facing monks who were in the realm of telepathic movement. Thump. Zhao Mo suddenly plunged into the magma, powerful light flowed from his body, and he transformed into bubbles of light to protect himself. He dived into the magma sea and used his powerful spiritual power to perceive, hoping to discover the location of the Suzaku divine mark. A faint sneer appeared on Qin Feng's face. The volcano sparrow normally heals its wounds deep in the flame mountain. This kid will definitely not end well. Boy, if you dare to play any tricks, I will kill you first. Zhao Mo was in the magma sea and transmitted messages to Qin Feng. His spiritual sense was very keen and he felt Qin Feng entering the magma sea. In response, Qin Feng just sneered in his heart. He stared at Zhao Mo's figure in front of him with fiery eyes, without comment. Then, he used the Suzaku divine form, and he shuttled through the magma like a fish entering the water, very relaxed and freehand. After a while, Qin Feng felt the aura of the vermilion bird divine mark in front of him. As he approached the vermilion bird divine mark, he suddenly felt huge energy. Qin Feng's eyes lit up. His guess was good. There were indeed several Suzaku divine marks here, flowing with endless spiritual energy. There are actually 5 Suzaku divine marks, it's really developed. With a sudden thought on the weekend, his figure flashed and rushed towards the 5 Suzaku divine patterns. Qinfeng stood in the magma sea, protected by a flame shield. He was unmoved and just watched from a distance. Call out. At this moment, the volcano sparrow that moved the mountain to the 9th level appeared in Qinfeng's soul perception. The volcano bird was near the Suzaku divine pattern, healing its wounds brilliantly. The wounds had fully recovered, and its momentum was extremely astonishing. The terrifying fire swept and spread, and there was a huge earthquake here. Like a terrifying tsunami, a huge volcano sparrow appeared in Zhao Mo's eyes. At this moment, Zhao Mo, who was charging forward, stopped. A terrifying light overflowed from his body as he stared at the volcano sparrow in front of him. This volcano sparrow is huge in stature, exuding a wisp of divine fire, and its cultivation level is as high as moving mountains to the 9th level. If he were in the outside world, he would be sure to easily kill this volcano sparrow. However, at the bottom of this magma is the home ground of the volcano sparrow, and it takes a lot of effort to kill it. When I kill the volcano sparrow later, if you dare to act rashly, don't blame me for being rude. Zhao Mo's expression became solemn. There was such a terrifying ferocious bird here. If Qinfeng took away the vermilion bird divine mark first when he was facing the enemy ferocious bird, it would be more of a loss than the gain. Zhao Mo's cultivation is at the peak of the 8th heavenly heaven movement mountain. He specializes in the Suzaku divine form and has very strong fighting power. He was an outside disciple who joined the Suzaku Holy Land in the last power conference and is extremely famous. Brush. A flash of cold lightning flashed in Zhao Mo's eyes. He was extremely confident in himself. He flipped his hands and exploded with terrifying strength, fighting a blow against the volcano sparrow. The volcano bird roared, surging into the sky with lava, sweeping into the void, making the volcano tremble. Boom! The flames exploded, and there was a roar. Then the huge figure in the volcanic area was directly blocked by Zhao Mo. They were evenly matched. The volcano bird's eyes flickered, feeling Qinfeng's figure not far away, and felt very uneasy. Qinfeng felt the hostility conveyed by the volcano bird, and he said in a faint voice, "You guys are beating you, I will never interfere." This person is so arrogant that he doesn't bother to let the other person die. Since the other person is arrogant, he can only bear the consequences. Zhao Mo is a genius who is a true disciple of the Suzaku Holy Land. Among the younger generation, he is ranked in the top 5 in terms of strength. Soon there will be volcano sparrow fighting in one place. Boom! The magma sea rioted, and the terrifying energy made the volcano bird retreat continuously. For a moment, it was unable to stop Zhao Mo's attack. Death to humanity. An icy cold light bloomed in the eyes of the volcano bird. At this moment, its murderous intent was endless, and the endless momentum in the magma sea blessed it, making its strength soar again. In the magma sea of this volcano, it has the blessing of divine power and is the absolute master. With the power of the world, it can double its combat power, and its strength is very terrifying. At this moment, Zhao Mo felt the terrifying and fierce light flowing from the volcano bird, and his eyes were slightly focused. This fierce bird had become very difficult to deal with. Samadhi is really hot. Zhao Mo activated the true energy in his body, and he opened his mouth and spit out a small sword 3 feet long. As soon as this small sword appeared in the magma sea, it instantly intertwined the terrifying energy and principles, and caused one terrifying killing blow after another. The attack spread out. This small sword was transformed into the true fire of Samadhi. It was the form of the divine fire that Zhao Mo cultivated with his life. It was terrifying in a short period of time. Go! With Zhao Mo's finger, the Samadhi True Fire Sword penetrated the magma lake and released a terrifying beam of light, which instantly hit the volcano bird. It's done. Zhao Mo's eyes were bright, and in his soul sense, the Samadhi True Fire Sword really hit the volcano sparrow's body, and it had already achieved success. Being directly hit by the Samadhi True Fire Sword would not be easy even for a monk in the Divine Light Realm, let alone a vicious bird. Not far away, Qin Fengguo watched with golden eyes, watching the battle between one man and one ferocious bird, with a faint smile in his eyes. How could that ferocious bird only have this level? In this magma sea, with the blessing of the magma sea, it is already in an invincible position. It can use the power of the magma sea to block Zhao Mo's Samadhi True Fire. At this moment, Zhao Mo is still complacent. He is truly ignorant and fearless. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 349. Puff. In the magma sea, a rocket shot out, stirring up the boundless wind and clouds. In an instant, the rocket pierced Zhao Mo's body, causing him to vomit blood and being seriously injured. Zhao Mo's eyes were extremely horrified and full of bewilderment. At this time, in his soul's perception, the mountain-moving volcano sparrow had a burnt black spot on its body, but it was not serious. The volcano bird withstood his most powerful blow without losing much of its combat power, which made him tremble with fear. Just now, his Samadhi True Fire Sword did hit the volcano sparrow. How could it only cause this little injury? This made him extremely puzzled. Idiot, this entire magma sea is the home of the volcano sparrow. Of course you can't hurt it? Qin Feng instantly felt Zhao Mo's doubts, and he said disdainfully that not long ago, Zhao Mo was still showing off in front of him, but now he was deflated in just a few breaths. The magma sea is the home field. Zhao Mo's eyes showed fear. If this was the case, he would have no choice but to run away, but he was very unwilling to do so. Hey, didn't you just say that you wanted to steal the Suzaku divine pattern? Why did you want to run away? Qin Feng teased and said that he was bound to get these 5 Suzaku divine marks, but the other party actually wanted to cut them off from his hands halfway. He really didn't know how to live or die. How dare you, a loser, laugh at me? Zhao Mo exuded a powerful aura, and 2 larger Samadhi True Fire Swords lingered out. One of them struck at the volcano bird like lightning, while the other unexpectedly rushed towards Qin Feng. Facing this scene, Qin Feng laughed dumbly. At such a critical moment, this kid actually wants to be enemies in 2 places. Isn't he afraid of being attacked from both sides? Boom. The terrifying ultimate intention spread in the magma sea. Qin Feng didn't take the Samadhi True Fire seriously at all. The vision of the God King surrounded him in front of him, blocking the Samadhi True Fire. The next moment, an energy wave like a landslide and tsunami flowed out here, and the whole mountain was shaking. Zhou Qing'er, Wang Shui, and others in the distance felt the terrifying power coming from the mountain, and they were all extremely worried. As the light flashed, magma rushed toward the exit. The magma was dozens of feet high, flowing out an endless sulfur smell, and vegetation was ignited. It was very scary. It was at this moment that Qin Feng realized that he had lost Zhao Mo. This couldn't help but make Qin Feng laugh. Zhao Mo turned out to be not a fool. The other party knew he couldn't defeat the volcano sparrow, so he even slipped away with oil on his feet. As Zhao Mo's figure disappeared, the volcano sparrow emitted terrifying divine light and headed towards Qin Feng Gang. Humanity, die now. The volcano sparrow roared loudly, and not long ago, Qin Feng directly wounded it, making it hold a grudge. After it repaired its injuries, what it wanted to know most was to seek revenge from Qin Feng. At this moment, its injuries had recovered, and with the blessing of strength at the bottom of the magma sea, it had enough confidence to hunt Qin Feng here. Witnessing this scene, Qin Feng waved his hand and took out the immortal sword, which emitted a terrifying killing light. As an inferior weapon of immortal grade, Qin Feng used his sword to rise up the dragon, and instantly shot out a fire dragon in front of him. The fire dragon opened its teeth and claws, breaking through the magma sea, making the whole mountain boil. Puff! Qin Feng's Shenlong, with the blessing of Jijin, blew away the volcano sparrow on the spot. The volcano bird turned pale with horror. A deep gash was opened in front of it by Qin Feng's immortal sword, and endless blood flowed out. It looked very painful. Brush! Qin Feng continued to strike hard, and raised the dragon with another sword, cutting out a fire dragon. The fire dragon swam in the magma sea, destroying all obstacles, and hit the volcano sparrow with a bang, directly killing the volcano sparrow into dregs. After killing the volcano bird, a diamond scratch-off card appeared here. Qin Feng's steps were strange and he instantly grabbed the diamond scratch-off card. Ding! Congratulations to the host who successfully used the diamond scratch-off card and received 500 yuan of 3-star fairy gold. Qin Feng's eyes were overjoyed. He had a lot of 2-star immortal gold stones. With some 3-star immortal gold stones, he could upgrade his immortal killing Shura and absolute immortal sword into high-quality immortal weapons. Qin Feng was very satisfied with the 500 yuan of 3-star immortal gold stone. This 3-star immortal gold stone was extremely precious and was a considerable fortune. After Qin Feng finished all this, he was ready to put away the 5 vermilion bird divine marks. At this moment, in Qin Feng's spiritual sense, he discovered Zhao Mo's figure, and that Bai didn't run away. While Qin Feng was fighting the volcano bird, Zhao Mo secretly lurked next to the Suzaku divine mark and wanted to grab the divine mark in his hand. However, just when Qin Feng killed the volcano sparrow with one sword, Zhao Mo was instantly stunned, causing a flaw in his hiding figure. Qin Feng's powerful attack scared him out of his courage. The volcano sparrow that moved the 9 heavens was killed by Qin Feng with a sword. He knew that he had kicked an iron plate. Brush! Qin Feng stepped on the immortal walk and made the first move. In front of Zhao Mo's eyes, he grabbed 5 Suzaku divine marks and put them into his own space. The vermilion bird divine mark had disappeared, and Zhao Mo felt as if he had seen a devil for a moment. The sound of footsteps made Xian distance himself from Qin Feng. At this moment, Zhao Mo's eyes were filled with horror. Qin Feng's speed was simply astonishing. More importantly, the other party used the strength of the telekinetic realm to kill the volcano sparrow that moved the mountain to the 9th level, which almost made him stupid. Just now, he had boasted again and again, but now he seemed to be a joke. He looked at Qin Feng's smiling eyes, feeling uneasy. Even though the Suzaku divine mark was extremely precious, he did not dare to fight with Qin Feng for it. The evildoer in front of him almost confirmed that this person was the rumored quasi-saint Qin Feng among the true disciples of the Suzaku Holy Land. Who are you? Zhao Mo's eyes changed drastically. Qin Feng's strength shocked him. He wanted to stabilize Qin Feng and take the opportunity to escape from here. I will not change my name, I am Qin Feng. Qin Feng stared at Zhao Mo in front of him, and he smiled faintly. The other party should be the address of Zuji Holy Land and had heard of his name. It is true. Zhao Mo stood there in a daze. He had always overestimated his energy and felt that he was enough to crush the other party. He did not take the other party seriously. He did not expect that the other party was really the extremely famous quasi-saint Qin Feng of the Suzaku Holy Land, who was in the realm of intention. It has only been a few days, and the other party has advanced 2 small realms, which makes him very frightened. How could he forget that Qin Feng can't be treated with common sense? Improving 2 small realms in a few days is not the most common thing for a monster. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fa Shi. Chapter 350. I don't care who you are. Not long ago, I subdued 2 volcano sparrows, but unfortunately they were killed by you. How do you want to compensate me? Qin Feng's icy eyes glanced over, and there was a chilly flow in the magma sea, which shocked Zhao Mo's mind. At this moment, Zhao Mo was extremely horrified. Facing Qin Feng's terrifying aura, his body was trembling. I have 2 Suzaku divine marks here, and I am willing to dedicate them to you to make up for your loss. Zhao Mo bowed his head sincerely and saluted Qin Feng. He took out 2 Suzaku divine marks from his space. For a moment, a powerful light of energy spread out here, shocking people's hearts. Qin Feng found that the other party was very good, and he was very satisfied. He came to Zhao Mo and reached out to take the 2 Suzaku divine marks. There was nothing wrong with the vermilion bird divine mark. Qin Feng took it and put it into his own space. At this moment, watching Qin Feng accept the vermilion bird divine mark, a strange smile appeared on the corner of Zhao Mo's mouth, his steps were mysterious, and he left the place in an instant. Boom! At this time, a jade talisman appeared in the magma at Qin Feng's feet. The jade talisman exploded instantly, spreading out extremely powerful energy. The place where Qin Feng stood became a desperate place, and the space collapsed. The scene looked really scary. Cao, I knew this bitch had no good intentions. Qin Feng stepped on the immortal walk and hid in an instant. Even so, the tyrannical power that spread out after the jade talisman exploded still acted on him, knocking him dozens of feet away. Qin Feng was in the magma, and the vision of the God King surrounded his body. He quickly stabilized his body. With the protection of the 9 forbiddens and the treasure armor, he was fine. Court death. Feeling Zhao Mo escaping quickly in mid-air, Qin Feng's eyes revealed terrifying murderous intent. Brush. Qin Feng stepped on the immortal walk and arrived in the void in an instant. Zhao Mo, who had just survived the disaster, looked down at the movement in the magma from the crater, with a cruel and terrifying smile on his lips. Why don't you run away? Suddenly, Qin Feng's words came from behind Zhao Mo, which instantly made him feel like he was dying, and he was horrified to death. Qin Feng, if you don't kill me, my master is the great elder of the Suzaku Holy Land. If you kill me, he will definitely not let you go. At this moment, Zhao Mo was so frightened that he almost peed his pants. Under such a powerful jade talisman, Qin Feng was still alive, which made his voice tremble when he spoke. It's a joke. If I kill you right here, who will know that I killed you? A cold light bloomed in Qin Feng's eyes, and then he struck with a punch, shaking the void. In an instant, Kunpeng's fist rushed in, directly shaking Zhao Mo into blood mist. I still want to run away, can I run away? Qin Feng sneered, and he punched the void behind him again. This punch caused the void to crack inch by inch, and the lunar and sun intertwined. In the blink of an eye, the void was broken into pieces. Zhao Mo, who escaped with the death talisman, was instantly penetrated by Qin Feng and fell completely on the spot, becoming a bloody mist. After killing Zhao Mo, a scratch card appeared on the spot. Qin Feng picked it up with satisfaction. Ding, congratulations to the host who successfully used the diamond scratch-off card and received 800 blood-moving pills. Another blood-moving pill was revealed, which was not bad. At this time, Qin Feng already had 6 of the Suzaku divine marks. He estimated that if he refined these 6 sisters' divine marks, he would have the hope of entering the 9th level of emotion. Qin Feng was suspended above the mountain. The maids and younger brothers in the distance saw Qin Feng's figure. They turned into streams of light and approached here. Let everyone wait here for the protector. Qin Feng entered the magma sea again. Entering the bottom of the magma sea, Qin Feng was shrouded in the divine form of the vermilion bird and began to refine the vermilion bird divine pattern. His purpose is simple, to use his endless energy to improve his realm in this magma sea. Qin Feng's divine fire intertwined here, and countless essences spread across his body. One divine mark after another was absorbed by Qin Feng's refining. After about a stick of incense, Qin Feng absorbed 6 Suzaku divine marks, but only advanced to a small level, and was able to move the 8th level. This scene undoubtedly made Qin Feng smile bitterly. At the beginning, 2 Suzaku divine marks could bring him to a small realm. At this time, the 6th sister's Suzaku divine mark could allow him to advance to a small level, and the amount of energy consumed was really astonishing. Buzz. Qin Feng ascended the realm and entered the 8th level of consciousness. At this moment, he felt a mysterious fluctuation. The source of that mysterious fluctuation was the reason that blocked his perception with his fiery eyes. Could it be that that place is the forbidden area mentioned by Volcano Sparrow? Qin Feng's eyes narrowed, and then his body moved and he dived several thousand meters again. As the pressure in the magma deepened, a powerful portal appeared in front of Qin Feng's eyes. The portal was majestic, with various Dao marks and formations engraved on it. It was ancient and huge, with a mysterious luster. Qin Feng's golden eyes looked at the energy flowing out of this underground palace and felt very hot. The underground palace was probably the most stunning place in the Suzaku secret realm. He followed the lines on the door with his eyes. There was a huge forbidden circle on the door. Qin Feng sensed the powerful formation method, and he felt that his formation method could open this door. However, to open this underground palace, a lot of divine power is needed, and it is not something that can be done by one person. Thinking of this, Qin Feng left here and came to the top of the crater. When Qin Feng appeared above the volcano, Wang Shui and others were all stunned. In the blink of an eye, Qin Feng disappeared, and he improved his realm again. This inhumane improvement of realm, but without any side effects, made them extremely envious. I found an underground palace below. With my formation cultivation, I can open the underground palace, but it requires 10 cultivators to work together. Qin Feng told everyone what he had found underground. These dozen people are all extraordinary, and they should have enough divine power to open the door of the underground palace. Are you interested in going to explore the underground palace with me? Qin Feng asked. He asked Zhu Yishan and others for their opinions. There are many dangers in the maze. If you are not careful, you may fall in it. If Zhu Yishan and others want to retreat, he will not blame them. After all, his life is the most important. Everyone nodded when they heard this. Fortune and wealth must be sought in danger. There must be countless magic weapons and secret techniques in the underground palace. If one inherits them, it is possible to soar to the sky.